Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Sips and Stories. Tonight we will be talking about did the side chick win? Myself, Miss Nene, I'm the host of the show, and I'm just ready to get into this really good dialogue with my beautiful sisters and Uncle Goat. So,
Damn, you
ladies, do
can't you
y'all
can't
wanna?
you can't throw handsome out there or something. Damn, give me something.
Okay, let me straighten up my face.
Hey,
Handsome
whether you
Uncle Goat.
believe it or not, give me something. Hey, don't show out for the world.
You
No,
just you just ain't gonna do it right, are you?
I'm just asking. Like, damn, you just like Uncle Goat. Like,
Let me
damn.
I, hold
Okay,
on,
go
just
ahead. Go
hold
ahead.
on.
Try.
Let these like beautiful women introduce themselves. Come on, Lady T.
I'm T. Check me out on Instagram, Miss Danders. Sis.
Oh, I'm sorry. I am Keita. You can check me out on Instagram as Chiquita_LaShawn. And you can also find me on TikTok as Empress Shoshawn.
I am Sherlanda Faye, the breakthrough consultant. I am Sherlanda Faye at Sherlanda Faye on everything. I help women get to the O in their relationship because some of us don't know how to, especially if you've been SA. So that's what I do.
Okay.
Hey man, I'm Uncle Goat, man. I'm one half of your two favorite uncles on the porch with Unc. And y'all can check me out on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Pornhub, X videos. Uh just
All
where
of,
onlyfans. Just check me out anywhere.
What
Wow.
they gonna check you out? What your
all of.
name is? Don't you think you need to tell them what your name is so they can
And
check you
please
out?
don't say go.
Nah, there it is, man.
Oh my God.
Shit, name speaks for itself, you know.
Lord Jesus. Uncle
Yeah.
Goat with the CPAP.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I got an episode on OnlyFans, but I got the Z pop on, so y'all get to
Oh,
y'all get to check
I
it
want do
out.
people
Oh, you
get
doing
off
them
on
by
saying, all right. So, Uncle Goat, before we even get started into our topic, can you hit us with a little Black history?
Well, it's always voting season, so we'll go back to 1965, the Voting Act, which allowed all races, male, females, to vote without being discriminated. Because if y'all follow y'all already know we talked about 1870, the ratification of the amendment, 15th Amendment. Then we went on to talk about the first black man that ever cast a vote. So now, of course, back then, yeah, y'all can vote, but I'm not gonna let you vote. So now we got the Voting Act of 1965 that allowed us to vote without putting up a whole lot of shit.
All right now. And y'all know we are in Georgia with Sips and Stories. So early voting has started here in Georgia. Um the actual election is on what day, y'all? November the 5th. Am I right? November the 5th?
Yes, I
I
Okay.
think
believe
so.
so.
Okay, so get out and vote. Can't tell you who to vote for, but I can just encourage you to vote. Okay. So on tonight on Sips and Stories, we're talking about did the side chick win? So I'm gonna kind of give y'all like a little backstory. So my favorite show is Love and Marriage Huntsville. I love drama. I love reality TV. And if you follow, Lady T, just a little drama, just a little bit. But on Love and Marriage Huntsville, you had the story about Mel and Martell and
Mm-hmm.
Coleslaw. Y'all help me out. Is it Ariana? Am I Lady? Cause Lady T gonna help me, y'all. Pronounce
Ariana.
it for
Arian.
Ariane. Okay, cause
Mhm.
y'all
Arian.
know. Cause I finna make that girl name up, and I don't want. I'm
And
gonna
you
just call her
did.
Erin.
Ain't no
Miss
Cause I
feeling. You did.
Erie.
Because everybody else be trying to call her coleslaw. So I be like, well, what did the girl real name is? Like, help me out
Coleslaw.
some.
Coleslaw.
Okay. So you had Mel, Martell, and Coleslaw. So basically what happened was Martell and Mel were married. These people got married long time ago. They had 3 children. And then somewhere along the way, Martell started messing with Coleslaw. And um he wound up getting his wife pregnant, and then he also wound up getting Coleslaw pregnant. And at some point in time, Melody decided, y'all help me out. Like I know y'all watch the show just like I do. At
Yeah.
some point in time, all of this became like public knowledge, and it got out really, really fast on the show. And so in the whole process of Mel wind up divorcing Martell. She, she went on ahead and decided she was gonna cut it off and she was gonna end it. So she divorced him. Now, this is the situation. Even though these people divorced, he did not go straight to Coleslaw. According to the rumor, y'all, I'm just giving y'all the rumor. I don't know. I ain't there. I'm in Georgia. I'm definitely not in Alabama. But according to the rumor, Martell dated some other women, and then all of a sudden now him and Coleslaw on their pop out. So y'all know how it is when they out there in the street, they wearing matching outfits, they be on live together, they be at events together, they taking pictures together, they doing all this stuff together. So my question tonight is, did the side chick win? So I the disclaimer is I just watch the show and I just go by what I have seen on the show. I know these ladies and gentlemen gonna tell us, their thoughts and their opinions. All I can encourage anybody that watching this episode on Silks and Stories, go and watch it for yourself. I'm just go ahead and tell you, go watch you to make your own clear assumption. At some point, go and watch Love and Marriage Huntsville. I think we in 5 seasons. I think the new episode air November something other, November 2nd. I don't want to give these folks too much prop on our show because they ain't gonna throw me no coin, but go and watch it. All I'm gonna say. So, lady, y'all tell me, did the side chick win?
No, she, in my opinion, she did.
Hell no.
So to back up what you already gave me as far as the backstory, side chick Coleslaw had been a mistress for 5 years prior to Mel getting pregnant, her getting pregnant, or Mel and Martell divorcing. So once Mel got pregnant, and then Martell obviously showed that he wasn't gonna stop seeing the girl because she ended up pregnant, and they split. If you pay attention to everything, Mel has prospered
We're gonna take a sip to Mel.
tremendously
We're gonna take a sip to her
since
prosper.
since they divorced. Martell out here in these streets struggling.
Hell.
He out here struggling. So initially, you saw him and Sheree. They were a thing. Um, Now here we are. Those kids, Mel's youngest child and Coleslaw's baby. They should be about what, 3 or 4 now, sis?
They're a year apart, so yeah.
They're in the same year. They're not even a year apart. They're in the same year. He just now is deciding to pop out with you. After you were a part of their marriage for 5 years prior to, it's still taking another 3-4 years for him to come out with you being on his arm. He's still been chasing. If anybody really watched Marriage,
he want to go home.
Huntsville,
Oh yeah,
he's been trying to get. He's still been trying to get back with Mel.
Yes, he want to go home. He been want to go home. He
Because
tried that on the show.
what he had, and he see what he lost. Ultimately, that girl, she is beautiful. I will not take that away from her. She is gorgeous, but she's an airhead to me.
Yes.
That's just my personal opinion of what I've seen as far as her interviews, her lives, and stuff like that. I don't really feel like there's any substance behind her. I feel like she really moved based off of her looks and stuff like that. Now, I ain't gonna sit here and act like I'm a little above people because I don't been a side chick, not to married men, but if you dealing with somebody that's in a relationship, committed relationship, you still a side chick.
Right.
I've learned from that. I've learned from those situations because at the end of the day, the men, what women don't really pay attention to when we in those situations is if a man is willing to cheat on his girl or his wife, whatever the case may be, he ain't gonna never be loyal to you because you've shown that you go accept what he's given, the bare minimum that he's given. So if the lady do decide to break it off, or if they do decide to split, and now he want to try to give it a chance with you, me personally, now I can't trust you.
That's how I feel.
We don't did this all this time on her, and now I'm finna think that you gonna be 100% committed to me, loyal to me, and not cheat on me, not drag me when I was a part of the cheating. That's me now. Before, when I was in it, oh no, baby, I would try to pull out all the stunts to try to snatch them, to try to kill them, and it never worked. It never worked. Martell is just there for the time being. He's just there for the time being. Martell don't really want that girl.
I can agree.
Exactly.
I mean,
Uncle Goat.
I never seen the show, but I know side pieces. You know what I mean? So I'm just
You
saying.
know where you see them, huh?
I know what I said. Hey man, hey. Aunt been a side dude before, but at the end of the day, that's the role I want to play. But when you dealing with if you become a side piece and you trying to win over that person, shit'll never work. Shit would never work because like Lady T say, hey, once you get that person now, I can't trust you because you know what? You told her you was going to the store and you was meeting up with me. Now you saying I'm finna go to the store, and now you questioning, oh, you going to meet up with somebody because that's the same thing
Mm-hmm.
we did. You know what I
totally.
mean? Like the side person never win. You know what I'm saying? Just know your role. Just enjoy it for the time being. If that's what you want. If you want more, go find you somebody new
Mm-hmm.
because
That's it.
it's not gonna work. I had one chick. She was married. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey man, hey, I wasn't trying to win her over. It just, we having fun. Then so I was like, hey man, when I finally do get me somebody that we can't do this no more. And she was like, you're a damn lie. I gave you some ass when I was married. You gonna give me some when you were married. I said, you a damn lie, bitch. It's like, no,
Wait
no.
a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, we gotta take a sip, y'all. Uncle
Not
Yeah,
does sound like he
bitch.
gonna
like
sound
yeah,
like he was
yeah.
gonna be fake for a minute, y'all. Take a
Yeah,
sip. We're
yeah,
gonna take a
yeah,
sip.
yeah.
Go
Like,
on.
like, I'm like, bitch, you out your rabbit ass mind. She was like, why? I'm like, bitch, I don't cheat. The fuck? I'm like,
Who
just,
you on
just,
fan with then? I'm just asking.
Hey,
you
quick.
gonna
All
you gonna
right,
you
man.
gonna have to pay you gotta pay for the subscription to see.
It's $5.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, look, I wasn't trying to do anything serious with you. You know what I'm saying? Like back in the day, hey man, Unc was the perfect side, dude. Like, I'm not gonna bust up your home because I don't want you like that. You know what I'm saying? You got somebody, you can't take up all my time. We good. But
Mhm.
when Unc and something serious, it's like, hey man, hey, go on about your business. You know what I mean? Just because you cheated on your dude, don't make me cheat on my lady. You know what I mean? So I'm not doing all that. But the side person, chick, dude, whoever, never win. Just
Wins.
enjoy your time and keep it pushing.
That's right.
Okay, we're gonna toast to that one now. Oh, you actually came through
Wait
for
a
the
minute.
team. You
Okay.
No,
actually, I was over here playing with my
you
light. I was like, let me play with my light a little bit, cause my forehead look a little shiny. I
you know
almost
what?
shoot.
Like now that you done brought attention to the forehead, that motherfucker
Don't you
shining now.
start. Don't
That
start.
bitch is
Do
shiny.
not start.
I'm like, damn, like I just want to take a little joke and just slap it across.
Oh,
No, that ain't gonna work.
Okay.
I ain't even got no makeup on. Come on, Midline, bring it in for, cause we gonna let
So,
me quit. Yeah.
oh, go ahead, Mickey. Go ahead, Mickey.
Oh, go ahead, Midline. Go ahead.
Wait.
This is what I wanted to say about what the side chick knows that the wife does not or doesn't pay attention to. The side chick provides two main things. She provides access to the coochie whenever,
Mhm.
no strings attached, and she does not have responsibility. The wife cannot not have no responsibility because she's trying to build, she's trying to remind you of this, she's trying to remind you that she's trying to keep things in line. However, the wife has to figure out how to do that without the nag thing. Because it is not a nagging, it is a reminder of this is what we're doing, that's what we're doing. The wife has to realize and figure out how to do the responsibility thing. And at the same time, provide access.
Okay.
to the coochie. You know, I'm trying to clean it up a little bit.
Well, you had already
Those are
put the
those are
coochie
2
word out
points.
there. So
Yeah, those are 2 points that I wanted to add because if a wife can figure out those 2 things, side chicks wouldn't have no. They really wouldn't have. They'd just be paid.
Eh, And I don't, like I said, I ain't never been a side chick, but you know what I'm saying?
I ain't
It's
never
like,
been a side chick. I always
but
been the
but
wife.
but as that other dude who know you tied up, hey, he gonna put a little more oomph into it.
That's what I'm
Instead,
saying.
yeah, he gonna
That's
put
what
a
I'm
little more oomph
saying.
into it. So
The excitement, the all that. That's the coochie.
yep,
The responsibility. The wife cannot negate the responsibilities. However, she has to figure out how to make that feel like it's not a pressure point.
yeah,
You understand what I'm saying?
oh yeah. Because if
Because
you if
the
you
side chick just open. She ain't got nothing. She ain't got no bother, no worry, no nothing. See, the wife got to get that in her mind.
yeah,
So the side chick kind of like the cleanup woman, basically. Y'all know how y'all remember the song about the cleanup woman?
mhm, mhm, mm.
She is
That
easygoing. She's not
hey,
doing much. She ain't doing much but opening her legs and her mouth.
okay.
and
We
and
I
the
gonna we
did
gonna
side
more
bring
than
chick,
that.
that.
I used to talk.
I did
That
more than
right.
that. You know,
Yeah, but talk about what since we
Like,
since we have side chick alumni.
and
no,
well,
Talk
no,
about what?
that's
hold
why
on,
I'm
wait.
here.
I am reformed.
That's
That's
I
what
why
I
am
I'm
said. But
you
reformed.
alumni.
you done came out.
You went to
You
that
done came
school.
out now.
I'm
Wait a
I'm
minute.
reformed. The
Why you
Yeah.
reason why I
reform?
say because I
Cause you don't want nobody
honestly
to do it to you.
no. I'll say what I realized about me during my time with being okay with being a side chick. I wasn't really okay with being a side chick, but I would put it out there like, okay, I ain't got to worry about all the stuff the girlfriend got to worry about. Because when he heal. When I ain't got to
Exactly.
worry about none of that. When in
Exactly.
actuality,
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm over here auditioning, trying to show I cook, I clean, I can do this, I can
But
do this,
yeah.
trying to win them over.
Mm-mm.
But see, for
And you
me,
trying to get him the best cooch of his life.
uh,
Eh,
uh,
yeah.
and,
I
and,
ain't
Eh,
and
bring
we'll
out
I
I
take
got
ain't
it.
bring out all my secret stuff, but I'll say for
mm,
me, it was more about issues that I had within myself for me
mm,
during that time that I was on that type of time
yeah.
because I didn't feel worthy enough of having my own dude who was gonna be committed to me, do for me. I didn't feel worthy enough. So
Yeah.
I settled. And I realized that about me during that time. So me saying I'm reformed is because I saw my worth, my value, and I knew it was somebody out there for me. I ain't have to go after nobody man. And
Mm-hmm.
then my last situation got shot, changed my life. Had a near death experience, changed my life.
Ooh.
So for me, now I'm in a position where it's like, no, I wouldn't want to have to go through that. I wouldn't want to have to go through the pain that I inflicted on other women.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to experience that. I don't want to have to go through that. So that's just where I'm at with it.
Good job. Yay. For
Wait
surety.
Jamie.
a minute. We gonna take a toast to Lady T. Lady T, you get a home.
Toast.
All right,
I'm
McQueen.
gonna have to go to the bathroom soon. I keep drinking all this water
Mhm.
and toasting.
But
But I guess it's
I
my
do have a
turn now,
question.
right?
Go, Miss Q. I want to know what you were talking about.
Hmm?
Okay, so let me say this first of all. No, Ariane did not win anything. She truly lost, and the most important person that she lost was herself.
Mm-hmm.
I gave Ariane Curry some advice, y'all. I did. I was an honorary side chick for almost 10 years, not to the same man, but to
What?
several
You ain't
married
go
men.
back yet?
What?
Several before I became his wife. Yes. And
Wow.
I can honestly tell you all, I feel like Ariane is missing something. And I'm not going to say I came from
Don't
a
drink
place
that.
where I didn't have a daddy. I was blessed. I had my real father, my stepfather, and a godfather. So I wasn't looking for a daddy. But I was kind of sheltered a little. So when I
Mhm.
finally went out there at a young age, I got my heart broken. I was beaten and everything. And that man set the tone for everybody else right behind him. So I was afraid of
Mm.
any type of relationships, any type of commitment. And I found it better to deal with married men and be their fantasy for their time being. And then all of a sudden, when I seen them get so close, I dash on off. It wasn't about the money. It wasn't about feelings. If anything, I think I played more games than a little bit. I would talk to them when they come over. I massage them. I feed
Mhm.
them. I
Mhm.
would tell them what to do for their wives. I even had ordered flowers for one of them one time, just
Mhm.
because he said that she was feeling down.
Mm.
And I never once had any feeling whatsoever, which led me into situations that was very dangerous for me. Because see, when married men get with you, they're looking for comfort. They're looking for
Mhm.
someone to understand them. They're looking for someone to do the things that their wife is not doing. And so I fulfilled those needs. But at the same time, I had boundaries. You can't tell me what to do. You can't tell me where to go. You can't tell me nothing, really. I'm not on your beck and call. You're on mine. You're on the schedule. You come when I want you to. You don't come anytime before that or after that. And when they start getting off that schedule, it's time to replace you.
Okay.
And that's exactly what I did. And so it started landing me into dangerous situations. It's bad when I know the judge first and last name here where we stay because I stayed in the courtroom trying to get restraining orders because they wouldn't stop.
Like you back again?
Sis,
Damn.
don't
You
put
bet.
Come on,
that
you gotta
WAP
take a
on
sip.
them.
You gotta take a sip.
Sis, don't
And
put that
quit
WAP
bad.
on them.
I
Shit.
had one.
Shit.
I had one. He wouldn't leave me alone. He tried to kill me about 4 times. It took at least 4 times for me to get a restraining order. And I had to go to the Superior Court to get that one. I
Hold up. Buddy, this dude married and he worried about you.
Yes.
Oh, that
When
chick
I could tell it
tender.
was getting out
That
of
joker
hand.
tender.
I could tell it was getting out of hand. One night, about 3 or 4
She
o'clock.
said she was his fantasy.
Yeah, I was his fantasy. I was the perfect woman for him. You're having good sex. You get fed when you come over. I'm not nagging you. I'm not doing any of that.
I just
My
said
mouth
that.
is slick, so you're not telling me what to do. So he liked because I was very feisty. But then on top of it, I set boundaries. And when I started learning that when you set boundaries with men, they like that type of stuff. Because
Yeah.
that let them see that you're not weak. And he seen I wasn't a weak female. So yeah, he was all over time looking for me with a flashlight.
In the daytime.
Woo.
I didn't get. I mean, like literally, I had been pregnant maybe twice, not by him, but by two of them, and literally I was trapped. Really, three of them. I was trapped with each one. They was trying to trap me to get me under control, and I was like, no, I'm not going to be trapped. I mean, you're not going to capture me. So, I will tell you what led me to wanting to become a wife. My last situation with the last married man. And when the judge looks at you and say, I hope to never see your face in here again, because he said, I don't want to see your name in the newspaper and I don't want to see you in here. And I was mad with that judge for a really long time. I was like, who are you to tell me anything? But then I went through a life changing experience. And so at that moment, I said, you know what? I'm going to do what God want me to do. And I'm going to stop. I'm going to repent. I'm going to apologize to the women that I hurt. And I said, God, I want you to see me my husband. And so he did. I was engaged after dating for 2 months. We were engaged and we still together now. We've been together 8 years. And I'm sure they're all sitting back saying, well, why she deserved to have a happy marriage after destroying mine. I understand that. But hey, my time may come. It might, but I know how to deal with it.
Miss Lane, I think you had a question. I saw
Yeah,
your
she had a
hand up. Wait a
question for
minute.
you.
Go give Lane a second to ask her question.
No, she was saying that she provided the pleasure. She cooked for them. She didn't nag them. She set boundaries. But and I was a wife in a previous in a couple of marriages. I'm giving you an example. I'm always direct. You
Mm-hmm.
gonna get a boundary before you get anything from me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always gonna check you, and I'm gonna do. I did the same thing you did,
Mm-hmm.
but the issue that I had to learn, and this man came back and told me. This man said in his mind he was never gonna be with no one woman. So it didn't matter what I would have did. It had nothing to do with me. It was him and what he had decided
True.
years ago before I guess before his first heartbreak, he had decided he wasn't gonna do that.
That's true.
So the women that came after that woman that hurt him, it didn't matter what
Paid
they
for
did.
it.
The same way
They
I
paid
was.
for it.
Every man that came after that one that hurt me, I felt like
The
every other man
same.
paid for it.
And then so to me, it's an individual thing. It's men and women are different. Yeah, and men pretty much they say a man gonna be a man, but to me a woman gonna be a woman because a woman cheat better than a man.
Mm, I'm
But
sorry.
I'm just saying.
Well,
It's
I
true.
can I
And
say
but
I'm gonna
oh,
ask
go ahead.
this.
Yes, ma'am.
Um, I just lost my whole train of thought, y'all.
But
It'll
It's
come
gonna
to
come
you.
back.
It'll come to you.
Um, it was something that Lane just said. Oh Jesus. Oh, the whole he had already said that he was gonna have multiple women. Like that was just what he said he was gonna do.
mm,
I think as far as the whole cheating, like a lot of the times people don't look at it as that's a selfish act.
yeah.
Yes.
Like that ain't got nothing to do with you,
Mm-hmm.
whoever he. That's a selfish. He don't made up in his
Mm-hmm,
mind that this is what he's finna go out here and this is what he finna do.
mm-hmm,
And when it come down, I've never been a wife. I've been
mm-hmm,
engaged a couple of times, but I've never been a wife. So I can't speak from the standpoint of a wife. But being in a situation where I'm dating somebody and they step out, and then you be on some, okay, well, I know I did this. I know I was doing this. I was cooking, I was cleaning, I was doing
mm-hmm,
like I'm helping you with your kids. I'm doing whatever. And you
mm-hmm,
still chose to go out there. And I know when it
mm-hmm,
came down to the bedroom stuff, like we
mm-hmm,
it went down in my opinion.
mm-hmm,
So
Okay.
what is it
We're gonna
on the
drink to that.
outside? What is it on the outside that you're looking for that you weren't getting here? But once I got in my mind that that's a selfish act,
mm-hmm,
that him doing that didn't have nothing to do with me.
mm-hmm.
A lot of
It could have
times,
Boom.
he
some
There
could
you
have
go.
people.
been on the type situation that your ex was on where in his mind once after that heartbreak he said he ain't gonna never be a one woman man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But and to add to your point, it is selfish, and I believe women should be on one accord with each other.
Yeah.
If I set this boundary and he cheats, that's it for me. And
Yeah.
do it, no matter
Yeah.
how hard it's gonna be. Don't sit be back and forth because see that mean once I tell you something and you tell me something and it's broke, that's it for me. I mean, ain't no we ain't got to talk. But I'm through cutting and stabbing and stuff. That's over. You see
Right.
what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Because I done met him. I done met him. And he didn't shine. So and that's over with. So my point, I guess my point is self-center yourself and like I'm telling you, and put God in there. And
Yeah.
whatever somebody do, let them do it. And let them be great at it. But whatever boundary you have set, do that. Make sure you do that because that's you and you then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Because people gonna be people.
Yeah.
That's right.
I ain't even gonna say men gonna be mean.
People.
People gonna
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
be people.
Yeah. I'm in
So
full agreement
it's
with
up to
that one.
you if you gonna forgive them, or it's up to you if you gonna stay in there or
I can
leave.
forgive you and
I choose to
still
leave though.
I can
Exactly.
forgive
I
you
already
and
know
still
I'm not gonna forgive you, and
Okay.
you're not gonna
Somebody
lay
said
next
take
to
a
me no
sip. We're
more.
gonna take a sip to that one now.
You ain't gonna
So
lay next to me no more. I'm sorry. Mm-mm.
well, everybody
all
sort
right
of
now look
kind
here
of
now. I don't drink a whole bottle of water. And
Okay.
I'm on the second.
Okay, we
A
go.
lot of ain't
I
worth
We
for
got
will
nothing
about
now.
say
another. We got about a good 45 more minutes. Slow down. Just slow down.
I will say this. I will say that everybody's always coming down on Mel. And they were like, oh, Mel, you was with him for this amount of years, X amount of years, and he was cheating, and now all of a sudden you want to divorce him. I think the baby was a deal breaker.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
baby was a deal breaker. They want to blame it on TV and say, oh, she's on TV and that's the reason why she want to leave him now. No, I really do believe that the baby was a deal breaker. And she was like, if I stay now, that I got a chance to run now. I got a
I'm
chance
out.
to run.
Yeah, that's it though,
We
cause
just see Martell in action. Martell is a narcissist. He actually blocked me on Instagram because I was on him so bad. But then he turned around and took my advice and went and did what I told him to do. I said, okay, unblock me, Martell. You know?
but like when
That's right there.
before it had came out about the girl, she was talking to him. It's on the episode. Her and Marcel was in their room, and Mel was talking to him, and Mel said, "I've been with you all this time, and you never made me have an orgasm." I remember that because that still got. I never had that. And then she said, but we do all these things and you still stepped out. And then she
Yeah, because
said
he was talking
she
about the
knew about the
headband.
girl. So she had knew about the girl and spoke to the girl
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
all
That
this time.
it's insinuated in the background. It's coming out
Yes.
now.
So
A
she
lot of
she
that
knew the
stuff coming
whole
out now that
time.
her and Destiny not
The
friends
the
anymore.
the
So
first, but
I'm
that
with
was during the first
it
season
was the
though.
baby that messed it up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It
it
was
was
Cause
during
the
the
she
first
she
baby.
knew
season
the whole
because
She
time.
never ever
that's how
said that
we
she
knew
never
it was
spoke to
5
us. She
years. You
has
got that
always
through
said
the
she
first
spoke.
season.
She knew the whole time. But
Mm-hmm.
see,
But
if I don't understand why she didn't leave.
now I just want to
I don't understand
Hey,
why a
this
woman would
baby
stay
was a
with a
deal
man. I
breaker.
just don't. I just don't.
speak on that because I had that experience.
Yes, ma'am.
And I'll say this: when during the time that I was married, everybody know that my ex husband had two, almost might as well say three outside children. And I know people on the outside often say, "Well, the first time he did it, why you didn't leave?" And then he did it
Hmm.
again, and you still didn't leave. But me and my ex husband had conversations about me being unhappy about what direction
Hmm.
our marriage was going in.
Hmm.
And I think a lot of times, now this was me. I can speak on me. For me,
Hmm.
I say because number one, I grew up in a household without a dad. Everybody know my dad died when I was young. So I
Hmm.
wanted my children to have something that I didn't have. Their dad was still alive. He's still here. And my husband is a great provider. So I felt like if nothing else, I'm gonna stay in it because of my kid. In the beginning, I'm gonna stay in it because of my kids. And I remember like the second time, by then I tell my true will I was cheating too. By the time it got to that point, I had started cheating too. So okay, you doing your thing, I'm doing my thing. We just both just doing what the hell we want to do. Okay? But we gonna stay in it because we got kids. And I think the last go round when I caught myself trying to pull away from the cheat, I'm trying to do better as a parent because I know now my children growing up and they seeing, you got with me having kids, my kids are now seeing the stuff that we doing. And they
Hmm.
recognize the stuff that we doing. So by the time the third person come along, I'm kind of like in turmoil with my job. And if he married him, she was so bold. I never will forget it. She texted me and told me she was pregnant. It was my ear hug, my baby. It's your in the baby, but it's your husband. At the time I was married, it's your husband, my child. I get out work at 4 o'clock. You can call me. I cried. Y'all, that was the first time out of the two outside children that he had that I cried. Because that woman was bold enough to step to me, to come to me and
Mm.
say, I'm
And see
pregnant.
that. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
But she was bold enough to come to me. So me and my
Yeah.
cousin, we had a little one-on-one about it, and I cried my eyes out. And I told my husband, I said, congratulations. I said, I get it, made three. He was like, what you mean? I told him, I said, old girl called, she tapped my phone, told me she was pregnant. He was like, I don't even know if it's mine. Needless to say, at some point he did have a vasectomy. I think done. He did find out the child went here, but by that point, the damage was done. And now we
Hmm.
at that point to where the children now understand mama got a boyfriend, daddy got a girlfriend. And my ex-husband is a planner. From the time we divorced, we start going through our divorce process and we divorced. My ex-husband already had a woman. And him and that woman that he had are still together. And we've been divorced 12 years. They still together to this day. So he already had a plan. It was me that really was just like, you know what? I can't trust
Mhm.
you. And I think for a lot of us wives or women that have been married that stayed in it longer than people think we should have stayed in it, it's because you got other thing going on. You with that person, you got children, you got money in the bank. I tell anybody, if I knew it was gonna be this hard on the other side, and I was gonna have to go through all this stuff trying to date again, I would have just stayed in it. I would have just, and I know people, somebody somewhere like, now listen to this dummy saying she would have stayed married to that man and he got 2 outside children. But think about it.
Do
I
you
have
have
five.
peace? Do you
I
have
have
peace?
peace. I have
Do you
peace.
have peace
I
now?
have a
I think
peace.
it's an
Did
individual.
you
It's an
have peace
individual thing.
then?
Back then, I couldn't really say I didn't have trust. I had some peace came because we did our own thing. I didn't have trust, and that was the reason. But I'm just saying that in general speaking, like how hard it is sometimes. Like these bills be coming, boom, 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 and I be trying to fight. I be fighting these bills. So there are moments when I be like, Lord, if I would have known I was just gonna be by myself, I probably could have. Cause that y'all think about it, it's some old women out there. They husband be having 3, 4, 5 children, and them old ladies still be in it and they don't it be like it ain't nothing and then you see them in the store now in the restaurant and they be eating and they be acting like that like ain't that never happened. Now
They
me,
didn't
do
have
I
no.
think I could have got to that point? Probably not, cause I would have still been looking at my husband like, you mother, I can't believe you did this.
I think it's just individual. It's the person because never,
But I do
never.
feel like
But
male
but
sometimes now.
in other cultures they do that.
They do what now? Somebody stay with them after they cheated or
They
something?
have more than one wife in the home.
Yes.
The
Yeah.
kids and everything, everybody in one home. They do that. But to me, they grew up like that, so they understand that type of stuff. But we
Yeah.
didn't grow up like that, so it ain't implanted in us.
Mhm.
Mm-mm.
But some of us, they don't care. They just go on. But yeah,
Well,
that ain't,
I
I ain't
just
gonna never
want,
be able to do it.
yeah, I just want to say, if you was worried about the bills, you know what I'm saying? It's some joke out there willing to give you $40
And he got a
to,
I
you know,
CPAP.
need
yeah,
more than
yeah.
$40. These bills
Well,
over
what
here.
you saying? Do it more than one time,
I
then. Shit,
Well,
like,
still, you know
And with
what?
eight
You are
kids,
not gonna
mine
provoke
not
me.
only
We got
$5.
new people sitting around.
He got
I call this a
another
table,
budget.
y'all. On
you,
Silton story, in my mind, we all sitting around the table. And Uncle Go, we got some
yeah,
new people sitting at the table tonight. I
I
refuse.
ain't
I
worried about that.
refuse to
You
cut
want
up
more?
with you tonight.
Uh-uh.
You want
I'm
more than
not gonna
forty
do it tonight
dollars?
because I'm not gonna do it because I'm not worth $40. I know y'all. I've told you this, right?
You right.
And
You
we
right. So
have
do it more than one
two
time.
new women who have been in a situation to where they were in side piece, and I know they bill more than $40. So we're
They
not
I
gonna
was.
know
even go
that's
there.
right.
They
You
We're
gonna have
was.
to
not we're
up
not
them
gonna even
40.
go there.
Uncle,
We're
you
not
gonna have to
going there.
come with $100 or better tonight, bro. Just
I'm
go,
Nah,
go
going
deep.
in
nigga, you gonna
$100.
have. I'm valuable. I look,
Oh,
I'm valuable. My stuff
okay.
right. You gonna have to come. You gonna have to drop a couple
Uh, uh,
G's over here.
okay.
Even to even get you an
I
appointment.
got,
I
I
ain't
got
studying
two,
that. No,
I
no, no,
got,
no, 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 no. Because if
I
I'm
got
gonna
two,
do it,
I
I'm gonna
got
do it
two
right and
questions. I got,
correctly
$100
and
is too,
professionally.
that
I
ain't enough either.
hold on,
I
hold
go
on,
to
hold on.
So,
Mercedes
so
and
I'm
order
not
me some
going over
cake.
there.
We gonna drink to that now. I'm trying to
Hey,
help
Cause
my
you,
brother out, y'all.
cause,
I'm
cause
just trying to
you
help
can't
him.
do that. You can't do that with 220.
well, give you 4 tens. Shit.
Number four.
You
That
can't do
right,
that.
but
You can't do
Uh,
nothing with that.
I,
Nothing.
Can't
What
do
you
I,
gonna
nothing
do
I,
with
with it?
something else.
see, you started
okay.
trying to help my
Hold
brother,
on, hold on.
right? You
Hey,
started trying to help him, right, Lady T?
Listen, listen.
Hey,
I'm not
I
going
already,
there today.
I already warned you before we started that the
Mm-mm.
subtle shot was coming. Did I not?
no,
Did
You
I
I
not
just,
told me.
tell you?
she,
I'm
I
gonna take a
told you
sip.
it was
I'm gonna
coming,
take. I'm
and
gonna
oh,
for
take this
you
sip for
no,
to
myself.
no,
be prepared because he was gonna slide it in there. I told you.
no. She said, she had problem with bills. So I
Hmm.
said, some jokers out there want willing to give you $40. She said she worth more than $40. So I said, do it more than one time.
You,
You
And
know
how
what?
these bills is, she gonna be doing this about 24 hours.
that
That's what I'm
part.
trying to tell you. And
When
and
one get off,
I ain't.
another one got to jump on.
I'm
Tax, she doing it
just,
tax free.
you
Tax
know what?
free. Nah,
I'm gonna just
nah,
keep doing what I'm doing. But like Lady T
it's
said,
tax free money.
peace of mind and trust and just being able. And I tell anybody like. like Quita said, when where we at right now, you free, you able. Well, y'all, you married, but you get what I'm saying. You
Mm-mm.
free, you able to come and go as you please. If you want to walk around the house and you don't want to be bothered, you just let the people stay out there. So I'm good. But there have been times now. I would never lie and say, oh, the last 12, 13 years that I've been divorced, been the best years of my life. There have been times, there have been moments, but the question is, did the side chick win? And I totally agree with what everybody's saying. And I had to ask a friend of mine in the ministry because I needed some help. I was like, this the show because he know me. He know I love them drama show, them reality show. He said, and Nene like this. He said that woman may have him now, but trust and believe he's still gonna reflect on his time with his family. He's still gonna think about wanting to be back with his wife and wanted to be back home. So she didn't win. She just got him, like Lady T and what other have said, she just got him for the time being. And and as we've all said and we all have learned, at the end of the day, if he cheat with you, it's a chance he gonna cheat on you.
Cheat on
Now
you.
every time he get up and he go to the store, I got to wonder, well, where the hell he going with them gray sweatpants on this time of night?
Well, you ain't going nowhere with that hoe on, cause where you going?
So, I mean,
Okay.
Where you going?
but they
Take them
also
off.
say the same way you
Fellas,
get
put
them.
on black.
What you say?
Put on the black
We gonna
ones.
see with the black.
You none. None. We wear sweatpants, gray, black, any color, and basketball shorts in the house. They don't go outside.
I know
That is
that's
male
real.
whore wear.
That
We're not
right.
doing
That
that.
right.
What?
That
We're
right.
not doing
That
that.
right.
No.
Well,
That right.
I got a
I mean,
question.
my husband correct me the way I be dressed, so I correct him.
Exactly.
We
So
gonna
so
take a
my
sip of that. We're gonna take they do try to tell us what we should and shouldn't be wearing.
Yes.
So
I
all
ain't got
right.
no
And I ain't
man, so
even
I ain't
married
gonna
no
take
more,
no sip.
but hey, I'm just saying I ain't married no more, but I've been now. I understand what Quita's saying. Go
okay.
ahead, go. What
So
question you got?
so one I got two questions. My first question is, no, I know Quita kind of spoke on her reason why being a side chick. What were y'all reasons for becoming a side chick?
Who are y'all?
Oh,
Wait a minute, what you want a side chick? You were
No,
never a side chick. Okay.
no,
Because she's
You
wife.
excluded, Pastor. The
I'm
other
not a
two.
No,
pastor.
Pastor, don't start that mess tonight now. Don't be trying to start it up
So
now.
so
I
Go.
so,
I
might
need you.
become a
so
side chick though.
well, go ahead. Hey, that's a good ass job too.
No,
okay.
nigga, no.
You
Uh,
get
I
no
don't. I
That's
won't
a
be
benefits.
coming your
dangerous
way.
job.
No,
You get
nigga.
no
No, nigga.
uh,
benefits.
None at all.
What
I
did
had
what did you
benefits.
say?
It was just
You
dangerous,
what?
get no benefits.
What benefit? You
What
do
she
get
say? You
benefits
get
of
no
being a
benefit.
side chick.
I didn't even
I
have to
had
say it.
benefits. It was
You do
just
get
dangerous.
benefits.
Yo,
Yeah.
sis, really?
It's definitely dangerous now. It's dangerous.
So Lady T and Miss Nene,
I'm
what were
dangerous as a
y'all
wife. I
reason?
know I'd be dangerous as a side chick.
And
What
Uncle God, I want to say that I spoke on when I was married. Now I never said I was a side chick, but
She spoke from the perspective of the
okay.
wife.
Okay,
but
let me
I will
well,
talk about when I went because I have been a side chick. I ain't ashamed.
let me ask it this way. Have y'all ever been a side chick?
I
No,
have. I have.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So the other three have been a side chick. Why were y'all side chicks? What made you say, you know what? I'm gonna be the side chick.
I already answered it.
Me
What you
too.
yes you
say?
did.
I guess I didn't answer it
I
because I
think
spoke from
everybody
the.
answered it.
No. Okay,
Oh,
no.
Nick,
Walk me through it. Like, was you tricked into it? You didn't know
No,
he had
Miss
somebody.
Queen and
So
Miss
no.
Ti,
I
Lady T
I
already answered.
actually was
We
tricked
were
in
fully
one. That's
aware.
a that's a
We were fully
story for
aware.
another time. But he actually was living a double life.
I've been
So
there. Oh
uh,
man, cool. We need to
he
team
was
up because
living a
I've
double
been
life,
there.
and he got children on every continent, baby. He was in the military.
Hey,
Yes,
you know what? We
I
gonna
have
drink to
been
them
tricked.
Yep,
military men because the
so
military
yep.
men be having stuff.
They
so
are
That was
my
bad.
that was
I
my first
mean,
marriage, a military man.
Oh
it was
Lord.
bad. Now I never
Well,
thought
I'm
I
a
could be
drink because I
duped,
don't want to
But
but
see,
feel
I
left
what
out.
messed him
do.
up is
Don't
I
be
was in
left
the
out.
military too, so I knew about all them addresses and all these places and stuff. So I knew how to handle that paperwork.
I mean, but I never thought I'd ever be like fooled like that. But I was, but I got him back though, because like I said, I have to get the last lick, and
Yeah.
We gonna told to get in the land lit.
and so
Mm-hmm.
I had to get the last
That was me.
lick. It cost me a door, he tried to bust my door down, but that's okay.
But
I mean, hey, it is
but
what it is. Now, something, Nene, when you were talking about, you were saying like the wife, I mean, like the side chick actually contacting you. I never was that side chick. They will always tell their wives. I
Now my
never was that side chick.
But see, like
That,
my ex-husband, now in his defense, and I have to be my he never really had a reason to lie to me. We would have honest, true conversation. My ex-husband would always tell me, he said, he called my Maria name, but he would say, man, Nene, every woman that I've ever dealt with, I told them off the rip that I was married. So these women already know off the rip that this man married. And once it was this one incident, one time, same chick that called that tell me phone about her being pregnant. I remember, you know how back on Facebook people would tie their pages together. Like I might say I'm married to Joe, and then Joe in return might say would approve it, so it would show up on our pages that we were married to each other.
uh-huh.
We did that one time. Do you know they help jumped on in the comment? Oh, I didn't even know you were married. I mean, just carry on.
Mm-hmm.
Just in the old me now. You gotta understand the old me back in them days was a fighter. I was a
Mm-hmm.
I was a, I was gonna show up and show out because that one was mine. And I had fought for him from when I was in middle school. That was mine. you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I was just so over it. By the time a lot of this stuff had started happening and coming about, I was just over it. You know how sometimes you just be
Yeah,
over it and you be
Mm-hmm.
like, they're just a bump, like a speed bump. We gonna just go over this little bump and then
used to
eventually
it.
it's gonna, I'm used to it because I knew the type of person that he was. And I always say that I knew the type of person that he was before we got together.
Yeah.
So he just told me when we got married he was gonna change, but he eventually went back to his ways. And I think a lot of time, whether you the wife, the girlfriend, even the side chick, whoever you may be, when you dealing with a person, you truly have to know what kind of person you dealing with.
Mm-hmm.
Now
What
we'll
are
be
the
honest and say like all of them except for maybe like two actually came out and said they was married, but one out of that two, after I found out, and I was like, well, look, now we're gonna have to set some boundaries. And now I got to do this. I got to set boundaries with you
yeah,
because I
cause
was
you know
thinking
the
he was a
story.
single man. So now he is the rundown. It's my game now. It's not yours no more. And so basically I just, I switched around. But yeah, most of them I knew that. I mean, I knew they were married, and I knew what I had went through with my situation with the guy I was in love with. That we was not married. We got a child together, and I remember so many women coming to me telling me they were messing with him, and it would just break my heart. However, I'm out here messing with married men, and even though I'm not telling their wives that I'm messing with them, I'm still somewhat breaking their heart because a man gonna change the way he love you and how he treats you at home. He's gonna change the way he loving on that married, I mean, on his wife and how he's treating her. So I started switching it up a little bit. I was like, okay, let me talk to him and tell
That's
him
it.
this. I asked him, how everything going at home, and he'll be like, oh, she bitching today. She doing such. Okay, like I said, I ordered flowers for a woman one time for him, because I was like, look, don't mistreat her at home because you over here with me. 'Cause I'm only temporary. I will
Right.
always say that I'm temporary to you. And I think the problem that I had with them was that, how sometimes when a man tell a woman, well, I just want to be friends, but he does the opposite. And so the woman
Mm.
started falling in love with him. Well, that's kind of like what it was right here. I'm telling them I'm only temporary. I'm not in love with you, but they're like, oh, you still belong to me though. And
Yeah.
so when I show them I no longer belong to you, I do what I want, then that's when the problems come up. 'Cause I mean, I had one that was a classified 10. I mean, he was ooh, I'd have had to put restraining orders on. Like I said, yeah, it's been bad. But I was never that type of side chick though. I just didn't go looking for the wife. I wasn't on nobody's page. I wasn't calling no one. I had one time I got pregnant. I didn't want the child. I'm sorry. I just did not want that child. And it was on Thanksgiving. I called him. He was with his family. And I told, now I did tell him to scare him. I'm like, I'm gonna tell your wife then. If you don't help me get an abortion, I'm gonna tell your wife. I wasn't gonna tell her. He called her in the room and he told her on Thanksgiving with me on the phone.
What?
Yes, he did. And I mean, he told her, and my mouth wide open. You know, ironically, her name
We
is
ain't drinking to that.
Man, I took a
Yeah.
drink. I just didn't put it across the screen.
Yes, he literally did. I told him, I was like, I never forget it was Thanksgiving 2009. And
I'm gonna
I
take a
told
sip of
him,
that 2009.
yes, in 2009, I told him that I was pregnant. And and I told him I was gonna tell his wife. He said, "Wait a minute, I do you one better." And he called her in. And when he told her, she went to screaming, she went to cursing and everything. And you know,
But them damn
I
greens
couldn't do
don't
nothing
taste the
but sit
same
there
after
with my
that
mouth
shit.
open because he just threw the ace of spades on the table. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man,
I was
Quita,
like,
let me ask
Lord,
you, did they give you the money though? Like I know you saying you didn't want the child, so did they after he told her, did they?
no, no. He told me he did it intentionally. Actually, when I called him to tell him that I was pregnant, I said, I got something to tell you. And he told me, he said, I already know what you got to tell me. And I'm not gonna lie, I allowed that married man to really like he spoiled me. He literally spoiled me. To this day, I see him on commercials and I be like, oh God, no. There he go. He still got money.
But so did they take the back? Cause see, you know that's a Tubin movie where the man purposely got the other woman pregnant so that him and
Yes.
his wife could
He didn't
have the
have any
baby.
boys. He didn't have any boys. I'm a mother to boys. I don't have nothing but boys. And so he had girls with his wife. And he said, I know where I can get a boy at. And I thought he was just
Wait
playing.
a minute, Kurt, we gotta drink that. That one of your Tubin movie.
Man,
I
shit.
thought he was playing, but no, he was not playing. He intentionally got me pregnant. He would not pay for the abortion. He did, however, when he told her that and she was screaming and stuff, he told me on the phone, he said, now I got to go deal with her. And when I leave for here, I'm going to come deal with you. That's exactly what he said. So I was like, lock the
I,
doors.
I can't.
We're
Close.
gonna take a sip. We're gonna take a sip. 'Cause that one to one. Oh my God.
Yeah, he was
He
a
a 10,
narcissist.
sir. Yeah.
He was a big time narcissist. I didn't even realize it. I should have because when he came into my life, you know, I'm a single mother raising three boys, staying in an apartment. I had just lost my job. And so there he was with all this money, a nice car, smelling good, looking good, coming over, bringing roses. He giving me his credit card. We have the same last name, so I was kind of scared. I'm like, I can't use your credit card. He was like, just tell me you're my wife. And so I said, okay. I mean, he had the nose kind of open a little bit. He did. He even like at work on his work computer, he had a picture of me on it. Not his wife. It was a picture of me.
But you
So
know,
he was really into me. But I mean, I was spoiled. I'm not gonna lie. I ain't have to work. I got my bills paid, my cell phone bill. He actually opened up the door for me to realize that, you know what, I had been like accepting so much stuff, like the bare minimum, and he was giving me the max. So, you know, I was like, I don't know. Ever since then, I was like, any man I talk to, we got to top that. If he can't top that, then I was like, nah. He was
What
doing
are
the
you doing? I want to eat.
Kurt want to say something. Go on, say it,
what
bro.
you gotta say, Kurt.
Go on, say it, bro.
I mean, it's more to this
Uh,
story, but I'm gonna wait.
I'm
and
just
I,
saying.
and
So
I
so
can go ahead,
so you,
Kurt.
no, you just gotta be careful with cats that got money. You know what I'm saying? Jokers that got money, they
Yes.
ain't afraid of losing money.
Mm-mm.
They careless with money. So like you didn't have no job, you struggling with three boys, trying to
Mhm.
keep a roof over your head. So now that kind of gave him the upper hand. Oh, I could do what I
Yeah.
want with her.
Yes.
And
And
that
you
So
know, he
also
would
gives him the upper
train
hand
me.
with his wife too.
Yeah,
Thank you,
he
because
would
yeah, yeah,
Lady
literally.
T, I'm gonna drain that because that's what I was about to say. I'm
Yeah,
glad
he
you
yeah,
would,
said it.
yeah,
and he said
He
that
feel
when
like
he
he know
talked to
his
me
wife ain't gonna
again.
go nowhere
He said
yeah,
his
because
yeah.
wife,
of
his
his
wife
money.
had worked since they've been together. They had been together since high school. So he was
And
like, she ain't going nowhere.
she ain't going
Where
nowhere.
she's going. He had provided her with homes.
But,
I mean, it was crazy when I found out who he actually was.
yeah.
I guess I could finish the story.
Cause I'm about to, yeah, I'm about to, I don't understand.
Okay, so I did, however, I'm not ashamed to say what I did. I did, however, did have an abortion. I did never let him know. In fact, I cut all contact with him whatsoever. Um,
Did you get the bag one last time before you say fuck it?
no, I'm gonna tell you
Now
exactly
that
what
wasn't
happened.
smart right there.
If I would have had the baby, my baby would have been 3 months old on this particular day that I got a knock on my door. And it was a white lady at my door. She was very nice. And she was like, are you Chiquita? I was like, yes. She said, you've been served. She put some papers in my hand. He was taking me to court to get custody of his child. So mind you, I had not talked to this man going on a
Oh,
whole year.
this a good Tubi movie right
He,
here. Shit.
maybe I should be telling my
I
story.
was just saying,
We got
you
It's a
listen,
you need
movie,
listen,
you need
actually,
to
listen.
y'all.
you need to
This
jot this
movie,
We
down.
gotta write this,
yeah.
sis. We
No,
gotta
Yeah,
write
I'm
this.
telling
that's all
y'all.
I need to write this.
Wait.
I have the paperwork to prove it. Yeah,
This
what you gonna say,
movie
Miss?
already exists on Tubi, y'all. I'm being dead serious, but go on, McQueen, because we need to
But
know.
yeah, so I got a knock at the door. It was a white lady. She was serving me papers stating that of course he was trying to get custody of the child. Um I was sitting up there like my mouth wide open. I'm 30 years old. I don't know what to do. You would think I had some sense at 30, but yeah, I was still kind of a little green, you know. And so I run immediately, look at the paperwork. I called my sister and I'm like, sis, what do I do? She was like, you got to call his attorney and tell him what happened or whatever. So I called his attorney. Now I know better now. And the attorney was like, he's a good father. He has the means to take care of the child. You should allow him to. I said, there is no child. I had an abortion. She was like, well, he says otherwise. He said there is a child and that he is wanting to have full custody of the child.
I
So
wish
I
I
got on
knew
the
you
phone with
then.
her. Huh?
I wish I knew you then. I was like, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna take our ass down to court. And then when the judge be like, blase, blase, I'm like, what baby?
We
The
did.
fuck?
I had to get an
Oh, okay,
attorney.
okay.
I had
No,
to get
I
an
wouldn't get no
attorney.
attorney. That's free.
Yes,
What
I had to
baby?
get an attorney, and she was free.
Oh, okay. Well, as
I
long as she was
did.
free.
So I got an attorney, and the attorney was like, she battled back and forth with his attorney. We was in court. He wanted DFAS to come in and search my home for the baby. He
Baby
wanted
in the closet. The baby in the closet.
yes, and come to find out, I have a little niece that would have been my little niece would have been 6 months, and my baby would have been 3 months. But he had been looking at my little niece the whole time, thinking she
That was
was
him.
the baby. Because I was
Oh,
posting her, my sister would post her, everybody was posting her. So he had been investigating and he thought this was his child. And so he literally went and had me served because he was saying, I mean, on the paperwork, he got on there, I was an unfit mother. I kept him away from the child. He went to hospital after hospital just looking for me, looking for his child. He couldn't find me. I cut out all contact with him. He said a lot. He said a lot on this paperwork, but the crazy part was, well, no, well, we ended up the judge throwing it out. Basically, they throwed it out. They was throwing out everything. He was upset when he got the paperwork for the abortion. So I thought everything was gonna be over and done. 2 weeks later, I'm getting served some more paperwork. He's suing me because I had an abortion without consenting him.
oh, he one of
Um,
them kind.
Yeah, he was that kind. So I got in contact with my lawyer again, and she was like, "How did he get this through?" And so she thought about it, and she said, "Oh, I know how he did this. Y'all got the same last name. He done told them like y'all married." So she told me, just go to the courts, just answer and say, we are not married. We were not married. I don't, or whatever. And so that's what we had to do. Once we did that, that was dropped as well. Um, I didn't realize how much the man really owned houses all throughout Macon. He has plenty of money. plenty of money. But he crazy.
We gonna have to drink. We gonna have to drink to all them crazy men because it's a
Hey,
lot of them.
man.
Y'all don't understand. It's a lot of them out there.
Man,
Yeah,
bro,
I know.
tender
It
as
is.
hell too.
It is. It truly
I
is.
now, Kurt, I kind of disagree with him being tender because I'm gonna tell you,
That
like
nigga
I had
tender.
to learn a
He
lot of
wasn't
men.
tender. He was a narcissist.
Yeah, because even like with my
He
ex
tender.
husband, I worked. Don't get it twisted. Even when we were married, I worked. I just didn't make a lot of money. And so what usually sometimes, and I'm just speaking from experience, what you see happening is because, like she said, these men they have the money, just like you said earlier. It ain't even about them being tender. It's just the fact that they got their money and they feel like because of the amount of money that they got, wifey over here, she ain't going nowhere. I got her
You
right
know.
where I want her because she ain't gonna move. She ain't gonna do nothing to upset me because I got the money. And I've
He was
seen it like with
right.
one of my homegirl, her ex-husband, because they have seen divorce, he was so controlling with her when it came to the money that when they would get into it, he would take all of the money, all of his money, which was the bulk of the money, out of the joint account and put it into his personal account. Now
Mhm.
she just stuck with this little bit of money over here. And most women, we say, I'm strong, I'm this, I'm that. But when you got a woman that ain't never worked a day in her life, and she looking at bank account and she see it ain't nothing but $300-400 in that bank account, and she thinking, dog, I got to do this, and this. She gonna do whatever it take to get that money back over there where it's supposed to be. So the
Yeah.
wife probably, when all of that was going on, the wife probably didn't say nothing. But
Oh
he
no,
just
she
felt like
called
with me.
me. She called me. Thanksgiving was on that Thursday. She called me that Monday as soon as he went to work.
And what she said, man, Quita?
Well, first she sent me a message on not Facebook, but it was MySpace at the time.
Oh, that
Sent
way
me a
back.
message, and she was like, "I need to talk to you." And I said, "About what?" And so she was like, "You already know about what?" She said, "Me and you need to have a conversation." I said, "We don't need to have a conversation about nothing. You need to be talking to your husband and not me." I said, "I don't feel comfortable talking to you." And so she was like, "I just want to know, what did y'all do together? What made you so special?" And I told her, I said, "I'm not going to tell you anything about what me and your husband done." I said, "I just feel like that's too much, and I'm just not going to share that with you." And so she was like, "I'm about to call you." And I was like, "This girl got my number?"
She got your number. She
She
got
got
your
my
number.
number.
She
She
went through
had
the
called
phone,
me.
baby, and got your number.
Yeah, she called me, and she was like, "So now we're about to have a little talk." And so she literally was like trying to tear me down as a woman. Um, Telling me I wasn't the only one. He has tried this several times. He's not going nowhere. She's not going nowhere. She said, "You think you're gonna get some of this money, but you're not. I'm gonna make sure of it." And all that. And I'm like, you know what? It's not even about the money. It's just the fact that you really stupid. But I was
Yeah.
Did
like,
you
I'm
did
really
you
gonna
tell
let
her
you
she was
have this
stupid?
moment. I said, because you his wife. I said, I'm not about to argue with you about what's yours. I'm just
What you?
not.
Yeah.
I wasn't about to have that argument with her. And so she was like, "I just want to know what's so special about you." I said, "I don't know. Maybe you should ask him." That was it. But I mean,
Well, I
she
would have
said
gave
her
her.
piece.
I would
I
have gave
said
her
my
ass to
piece.
work.
Went on.
But you know, a lot of time when you that wife and you are dealing with those kind of, cause like my ex husband, think about it, he had two children by one particular female, and then the what could have been a third child by somebody else. And I'm gonna tell you now, what McQuita said is very, because I've been on both sides of the coin. I've been the wife, and I have been a side chick, so I've been on both sides of it. But I'm gonna tell you what she said is very true. When you are the wife and that person repeatedly cheat on you or have done this type of stuff, you do want to know what make that person so special. And me and my ex-husband, it wasn't even about closure. We were just having a conversation. Like at the very, very end of our marriage, right before our divorce, I was like, what I asked him. I didn't go to her because me and him were married. Me and him took the old vows. We were the one that stood before all our family and friends and said,
True.
I do. She didn't say that. She was just, a part of this situation. So me and that woman never, and even to this day, we friends on Facebook. My children grown, we laugh and joke about a lot of stuff. But I did ask him, I said, what did she do that I didn't do? And he told me the word. He said she was there for me. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all about me. My mama cooked. My mama just one of the type of people, she was gonna cook for everybody. For the whole, if she cooked for the whole family, she was gonna cook for the whole family. So when we were married, he working at Bluebird. I didn't really know how to cook. All I could do was hamburger helper and voila. Y'all know the little stuff you just put in the pan, you put a little sauce on it. I was still trying to cook that. So my mama felt like this man work at Bluebird, he need food, he need this, he need that. So my mama was cooking for us. And I would get out work, go to my mama's house, get the food. And then it was me and the children around that time, 9 o'clock, we would be jegging home. He was leaving work, going over there to that woman house. She was cooking for him, massaging his bike, doing whatever else he needed her to do. That he felt like all I did was spend time with and I do. I tell him, if I met a man today, I tell him, look, I'm not saying you can't come first, but I'm saying right here, right now, my mama need me, da 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 da. So that's the dynamics right now in my family. But my ex-husband back then felt like I gave my family, my mama, more attention than I gave him. But then too, he had a type. He liked dark skinned women. I have been told that I'm not the darkest berry in the bush, but I'm somewhere in between. But he liked them rich, dark skinned women. I knew his type. When he was in high school, he dated females of a darker complexion. I was just the one that stuck around when you over here dating her, and now y'all done broke up. Now you with me, and then you get with this person right here. Now you come back to me. I knew his type with them darker women. This girl, she's the right complexion that he liked. She doing all the things that I didn't do. She there for him. He can go to her house. So I didn't ask her like how McQuita say the woman came to her and asked her. I didn't. I went to him. I wanted to, and he just told me. He said she there when you went there, she was there. So
He did that because you allowed it. Because
Yeah.
you just said yourself that he kept he'll go to this girl, the dark skinned girl that he liked. That shit fall through, then he come back to you. You
Yeah.
kept allowing it, so he was like, "Fuck, I can
Hmm.
do it. I
I
got me a
didn't,
safety net."
I
And he
So
didn't
had
give a
two
fuck what he
kids by the
like.
same chick.
he got
mm,
two, and
By
they
the same
are
chick.
by the same chick. My daughter and the first outside child are 2 weeks apart. Like her daughter was born August, my daughter born September. They literally 2 weeks apart, and that was in 2005. 2000, no, yeah, that was in two. I'm trying to get the year straight, so y'all follow me on this. That was in year 2005, and then he went back to the same girl, which let me know they never really stopped. And I think she got pregnant again, like in 2009 or 2010. Either way it go, like this year, it could have been later than that. Either way it go, I think this year them children like 16. I think she turned 16 this year because she in high school.
Well,
So it's some years in between there. But every time we had issues in our marriage, he went back over there because she in his eyes she was doing the stuff that I wasn't doing. But when it came down to it, and we getting our divorce, she didn't wind up with him. So she got two children by him, and she's a very sweet, innocent. She was always innocent. The side chick to me, sometimes they innocent, and we're gonna talk about that because that's my next
nah,
question.
she wasn't innocent,
no,
baby.
Is the
First
side
like,
chick?
like,
I
like,
got I
like
got
like
two
she's
I just
only
kids.
want to know.
innocent. She's
I
only
got two
innocent if she
kids
She's
didn't
by
know
innocent
about
if
it.
she
Innocent.
don't know.
two
If she
sons by
don't
the
know,
same
she
man. He
innocent.
with a
Yeah,
woman. No, ma'am. She
yeah,
ain't innocent.
If
yeah.
she don't know, she innocent. If she
Yeah.
know and is well
She
aware of wife,
exactly.
Mhm.
girlfriend, whatever the case may be, she
Yep.
ain't innocent.
Cause
Yep.
I definitely was not innocent. I have two sons with their father, and he was with that woman both times I had my children. And my first son by him and his first daughter with her is about 10 months apart.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Then my
Hey,
youngest son came right behind him. And my youngest son is like 9 to 10 months. No, they about 10 months apart too. My youngest and my middle. So yeah. So, and I knew about her. And it took a long time for that woman to talk to me. Cause she had vowed that her child would never know that she had brothers. She
And see
literally
what,
said that. It took her a long time. But you want to know what made her talk to me?
what made her talk to you?
I went to her and apologized.
oh, that was so nice of you.
Because I did her wrong. I was sitting at her house chilling. And her man would leave and be over to my house before I got home. So yeah, I knew I was wrong. And so I apologize. And I always tell people, let me tell my cautionary tale. Okay, nobody else tell it like me. So that's the reason why I go ahead and I tell them I'm not ashamed of anything that I've done.
See,
Because
I
I want
feel
people
you.
to learn from my mistake. Not look at it, glorify it, but learn from it. My kids lost out on a lot because of that. They lost out on spending time with their dad. They lost out on spending time with their sibling. You know, they didn't even know they had a sister till they was like 14, 15 years old.
And see, for
Mm-hmm.
me, it was just a
Uh,
little different. And I'm gonna let you talk, Uncle Goat. For me, it was just a little different. I think when it came out about the first outside child, it was like 3 years later because I found out in 2008, and I'm thinking that man got a brand new baby. Come to find out, he got a child the same age as our daughter, and they literally 2 weeks apart. And
Wow.
so from that moment on, I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna treat her any different than because at that point it was just one. I'm not gonna treat her any different than I would treat my child. So I made a notion to like back then I was over what was like the summer program, a swim program. I would go and pick up my daughter from daycare and purposely take her to the swimming class that her sister was in, so that these girls they had by then they realized found out they were sister. They dad had them brought them together and say, hey, this your sister, da 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 da. So they got a chance to kind of interact with each other. And I guess to me, like I said, like I get what y'all saying. She ain't the woman that he had the children by was not innocent, but I
The
also
kids
felt
are.
the
Yeah, the
kids
kids
are
are though.
innocent,
The
and I
kids
felt
are.
like the kids, them girls, and think about it. My son is the only boy. Everybody else are girls. These
Mm-hmm.
girls need to know this is my sister. We look alike. Like if you look at one, you look at the other, you look at my ex husband, you like, yup, that man children. All
Yeah.
them two look alike, and then the other child look more like the mama than she do him. But even when me and him had that discussion about that child, I said, I asked him at that point. I said, well, I said they said, old girl don't have the baby with them, and he was like, yeah. He said, I'm gonna tell you like this. He said, I feel like she mine, and I'm gonna sign the birth certificate. No problem. By then I had already made up in my mind that I was leaving. I just had not physically left. I just mentally. But at the end of the day, like I said, he didn't wind up with her. Like at that point, him and that girl still to the day have not been like Martell and Coleslaw. They still, even though they got two children together, 119, 116, they still hadn't been like, oh yeah, we in a relationship with each other. When
But do you
me and
know
him,
what made him not be in a relationship with her? Because I know with me, I didn't want him. I
and
just
she
didn't
may
want
not have
him.
wanted them. She may not. That
I
very
had
true.
seen what he put her through, and we had two kids together. I wasn't about to be in them shoes. No. Mm-mm.
Mm.
And he married a whole nother woman. I was perfectly fine with that. But he thought he doing it to her. He doing the same stuff. So I dodged the bullet on that. That's how I felt. I got two beautiful kids, but I didn't want them. So that might be what that young lady problem is. She might
And
didn't want them.
I can feel that. Uncle Gold, I know you had something for what you got. We ain't
no, no,
forget about you over there.
no,
My
I
phone
just
about
want to
to
ask.
I'm
die.
finna have to log off because I got to get these children in the bed.
Yeah,
No,
I know my phone about to go dead. But
no,
go ahead.
no, I just want to ask, like, if y'all in a relationship and your significant other step out, who are you checking, them or the person they dealing with?
Them.
Oh,
Yeah.
honey, I'm first of all, because I'm an OG. you know, um, like I said, my time may come around, so I have to check my husband first. But before I check him, he gonna have to feel it now. I'm gonna have to get him back. I'm gonna have to get my lit back. He gonna need defibrillators and oxygen when I'm done.
Mm,
I'm
okay.
gonna have to get my lit back. That's just all to it. I hate to say it like that, but I do. And he knows that. I have said it before. But I'm definitely not about to go check no woman about something that's supposed to be mine. I'm gonna check him. I'm definitely gonna say something to him first. And
I always
ladies,
check the man. I always
yeah,
check the
well,
Yeah.
man.
I always check him
And
because
then
Always.
he know what
he
he
gonna
know
Cause
try
what
me
I'm.
back, cause
he
we
the
all
one
in agreement on that one.
he know you and he know them.
Yeah, exactly. So he
He
knew
the one made the
flipped out.
decision. Yep.
Yeah, that he made that decision. I ain't got no business
Mhm.
saying nothing to that woman at all. That I ain't got nothing to say to her. Everything I
Not
got
at
to
all.
say is gonna be towards him, and I'm
Hmm.
definitely gonna get my lid back.
Now I will say that the only time I ever had to say something to a woman that my ex husband was dealing with was that one time, and I'm be sure 'cause I know y'all saying y'all got to jump off. It was this one time one of the female called my phone. Now this one right here was totally separate from that one that was pregnant. This one right here, I don't know what her and him had going on, but this woman here just called my phone and your husband da 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 da. And I said, baby, like you just
Yeah.
said, that's
He
my
take a hit.
husband. And
Take a
that was
hit,
all I
baby.
said. But she kept going. Okay, bitch, I'm coming to your house. And that was like the first time I ever went to a
Oh,
woman's house
try that.
about my husband. And I had my little
Oh,
OC. I was ready to start swinging on the mug, if you know what I mean.
hello.
I would say you better be coming to pick up his clothes, shoes.
Nah, baby.
No.
I was waiting on her to get out. I was gonna be at her house when she got off from work.
Oh no,
Now
honey,
And
you
you
do.
let her come to yours and you just called it off.
mm-mm. But
Now
my
you.
cousin was the one that taught me that. She said, you know what? You can't get her back like that going to her house. She was like,
Mm-mm.
that lady do anything to you and then drag you in the house. She said, take
And
your
get
ass
away
out there
with
to
it.
the shad apartment and show them what she been calling and texting your phone. And
Harassment
that's a
communication.
harassment communication. And that's
Yeah,
exactly what I did.
because I would have
And
made
look,
him feel. I would have made him feel it.
And I
I'm gonna
told him, I
tell
said, you
him
need to check
everything.
your. I did. I told him that time. I was like, you need to check your bitch. Like, why is she calling my phone about you? Oh, I don't even know what she called you for. You need to call her because evidently she don't know her role.
did she come out? Did you ever see her?
She ain't never. She wasn't the ugly one. She wasn't the
Good.
ugly
Well, I'm glad she didn't come
one.
out because
She.
them ugly hoes can fight, and you look like you can't fight
You know what? I can fight
because
back in the day. I can
you done
fight.
took
You
you
know
done took
what?
your short ass over there and finna get
My
your ass
fight say
tore
you
up.
the
You never
overtime.
go
I'm
to
through with that.
somebody's house
You
and
going to
lose.
jail,
But
baby.
Don't
I ain't got time to
underestimate
be
no
fighting.
wife
You
that
are going
mad at
to
her husband to put
jail.
her do something that she got children. She'll beat
I,
the dog
yeah,
up.
I,
felt
I,
some kind of
I,
way, y'all, because that lady had called.
I'm trying to tell you, I ain't never had now step to me.
hey,
'Cause I
Mm.
don't even my
She
hey,
persona. That
called
ain't
my phone.
none of
I was
me.
on my little job. Y'all don't
Girl,
understand. I was on
you
my little
ever call my
job.
phone? Please no.
And you trying
Baby,
to
you
tell
gonna
me
find
about
some
some shit
strength
he
you never
done did to
had.
you, and then try to put me in.
Girl.
You need to talk to him. Talk to him about
Mm-hmm.
what? I
You're
that point, I
you're
wasn't even
calling.
messing with.
Okay,
Cause,
let me
cause,
make
cause
sure I'm
it gonna be like,
understanding
I'm
this.
not
Wait
gonna
a
whoop
minute.
your ass because you talking
So
to my
she's
man.
calling
I'm gonna
you
whoop your ass because you called me with that bullshit.
Disrespect you.
to get
Yeah.
You
you
being
to check your
disrespectful.
husband.
That's why I'm gonna whoop your ass. Cause I'm not gonna
Yeah,
Yeah,
fight you
like
about
you
no
weren't
man.
telling me when you were messing with him. Don't call me telling me now
Yeah,
on the
and
I'm
and
finna
phone.
whoop
but
your
see,
ass cause you called me with
she
that
wanted me to
bullshit.
check him, but about some. But see, the whole story later came out that he had stopped messing with her,
That's why I
and
was
he
about to
had
say he probably
started
stopped
messing
messing
with
with
somebody else,
Mm-hmm.
and now you in your feelings, and
So
then
Mm-hmm.
you call
you
his
should
wife?
you should have set
that
that
what they
bed on
do.
fire a long time ago with him in it. Oh, you say that now after he don't love you for her. Hmm.
Oh, he trying to
Mm.
tell. So she trying to tell on him,
Right.
basically. Okay, I follow. I follow.
I
Good,
figured
please.
that what it was. He done stopped messing with her, messing with somebody else, so she
Hmm.
calling you.
And now she finna tell it.
That's
She was
weak.
finna
That's
tell
why I
you.
just probably
Yeah,
need to stay single. The conversation let me know I need to stay single.
no,
yeah.
I just want everybody to look in the center screen and look at Miss Nene, and y'all know
What the
damn
fuck?
well that girl look like she can't fight.
Well, you
Oh
know
no,
what? Like
Nene
I
good.
said,
And
a
Nene
woman
good.
that done had it and fed up, she'll find some strength from somewhere. I
I'm just
guarantee you
trying to tell you, go. Don't let the look fool you. But
that. Exactly.
ladies and
Nene
gentlemen,
got
don't trying to. Uncle Goat do not know me from back in the day. He don't. He
hell
don't
no.
understand. He don't. Back in the day, boy, I used to. I put hands. It didn't matter how big you were. If your ass could fall, you was gonna fall,
That's
baby.
Hey,
right.
Believe
hey,
that.
hey, I just got checked by my 18-year-old. She want me to
We
come get
finna
my
wrap it
baby.
up. We finna. So
All
at this
right.
time, I just want to thank everybody for jumping on. Y'all have a great rest of the week. I'm hoping that we can follow up and do some more, sips and stories in the near future. But I'm gonna go ahead and close the show. Thank y'all
You
again.
sure you want me
I
back?
do. I do. I do.
Bye, y'all.
Bye,
Bye.
Bye.
y'all. It was nice meeting you all. Bye.